DBN Nation, of course. Support DBN Nation. You're hearing it from Floyd Money Mayweather. What's going on?
This is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder.
My name is Gennady Golovkin.
And you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dante's Boxing Nation. This is AK/Aki reporting. If you're trying to get smarter by the minute, subscribe below. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these casual-ass fans. But before we get it rolling, I just want to say a little side note. Dante gave me the opportunity to post on his platform every now and then to share my thoughts and opinion. So I just want to get that cleared. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, that will be in the description box below. But while you at it, show love and support to Dante's Cooking Nation and also Dante's Travel Nation. But let's get straight to it. So the fight between Conor McGregor and Khabib is less than a week away. And both fighters are making crazy predictions. Well, at least Conor is. He's saying he's going to knock out Khabib in the first round. While Khabib's saying he's going to torture and make Conor McGregor quit. This fight is the biggest fight in the UFC this year. As much as you hear that the UFC's doing well, they always make the best fights happen, etc., etc. At the end of the day, they not making that much money. Boxing is on top of UFC. I don't care what nobody say. You could check the numbers and all that. But this fight is bringing the UFC back to life this year. And you could thank Conor for that. Because normally a superstar like Conor doesn't take risky fights like this. Because he's coming off a 2-year layoff. But he's coming back to fight Khabib, and that's a monster. So you got to respect Conor for that. Meanwhile, like I said before, we got guys like Keith Thurman want to fight Conor McGregor in the octagon, but doesn't want to fight Errol Spence in the ring. He calls out Conor before he called out Errol Spence, which is crazy. But on the other hand, Conor, he calling out Woodley, which kind of surprising to me, but he's calling them out at a catch weight at 165, which is, that's not a weight, and they don't do catch weights in the UFC. But he's trying to basically start a new wave, and he wants the UFC to end up like boxing, where they have divisions in between division. Like back in the day, it used to be lightweight, then welterweight. It wasn't 140 pounds. There wasn't no such thing. So Conor's trying to basically bring that to the game in the UFC. Now, him calling out Woodley, I think that's a risky fight, and I got Woodley all day. But hey, if you want to fight Woodley, go ahead. Meanwhile, Khabib, on the other hand, he's saying that when he saw Conor, he didn't see nothing. Like, basically, he just saw a drunk man. When you hear a drunk man talking, do you believe him? Everybody's just gonna be like, oh, he's drunk. That's why he's wilding. That's why he's, talking mad crazy. Which he has a point, because Conor was sipping whiskey or whatever he was promoting during the press conference, and that was 2 weeks away from the fight. So at the end of the day, you want to put that in your system that far away from the fight? I don't think so. Or is he trying to get to Khabib? Which I think he got to Khabib with the trash talk, but I think he got to him as far as he got into Khabib feelings. However, I don't think he got to him mentally, where Khabib gonna fold and do some reckless stuff fight night and not fight his fight. Because at first I kind of thought that, but then after I watched Khabib interview, he said he don't even know half of the thing Conor was saying. He don't understand his English, and he was kind of clowning Conor, but Conor is the clown king. So at the end of the day, if Conor talked all that shit versus Floyd Mayweather during that press conference, and he had to know that Floyd was about to knock his ass out. Like, after all that trash talk, he knew. I cannot picture Conor with the way he studied the game and how good he is as a UFC fighter as far as standing up. I cannot see how he didn't think Floyd was going to knock him out. I don't know what he thought, but like I said, if he talked all that shit, even though he knew he was going to go in the ring and Floyd was going to beat him, I don't care how much he would have lied to himself, he knew the truth deep down at the end of the day. What makes you think that he wouldn't do the same to Khabib? However, in that press conference, that energy was negative. Like, with Floyd, it was just trash talk. With Khabib, he took it somewhere else. I mean, they had such hatred towards each other, or at least kind of hate him so much. I mean, he was saying things from the bottom of his heart, like he was going crazy. I don't know if it was the whiskey or whatever he was drinking, but he was wilding out. Now, like I said, as far as the fight, if you break the fight down, whoever fight his fight, gonna win. If Conor can intimidate Khabib and make him fight standing up, I feel like he probably end up knocking out Khabib, because Khabib is not that great at stand-up. He's just okay. Meanwhile, Conor McGregor is great standing up. He's a great striker. That's his A game. So if you make the same mistake Conor McGregor last couple opponents did and fight him standing up, I feel like the same result will happen over and over again. And the only guy that I think that fought Conor McGregor the way they should have had was Chad Mendes, and he gave Conor McGregor a hell of a fight, even though taking that fight on a short notice. But Conor McGregor, when he fought Alvarez, Nate Diaz, they all fought him standing up, and he ended up having the upper hand because that's his A game. He's a great striker, period. His boxing background always sticked with him since his amateur days. But if Khabib fight his fight and take Conor McGregor to the ground, it's over after 2 rounds, because Conor gonna start feeling rusty. His punches ain't gonna feel the same anymore. He's not gonna throw him with the same power, timing, and accuracy. Conor McGregor, when he run out of stamina, is over for him. So if Khabib is able to take him to the ground, especially in the first and second round, that early, he's gonna break Conor down, and I feel like he's gonna be able to probably make Conor quit. Even though after all that trash talking about he's gonna send the mobs after Khabib if Khabib don't show up fight night, if he pulls out, and talking all that shit. So he better back it up. Like I said, it's everything on the line now. You know, you're not fighting Floyd where you could use, oh, I never boxed a day in my life type of excuse. No, you're talking all that shit, putting all that negative vibe in the air, and claiming that you're gonna kill Khabib, blah blah blah, and try to fight him outside the bus. So now what's up? You know, you better not quit in the octagon. So I don't think Conor gonna quit this time, but I feel like Khabib gonna beat him to death. So he gonna find a way out, or he gonna just fight till he get knocked out. But I don't think, like, I just feel like probably if it's past 2 rounds, Khabib got it. But if I have to pick a winner, I will pick Khabib, because I feel like from the interview I saw, he still has a sharp mind. He not letting Conor get to him. He saying he's still gonna fight his fight. He gonna be careful and get in the inside, because you don't want to end up like Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, when she fought Holly Holmes, she probably could have beat her if she would have fought her fight, the first fight. But she went out there trying to box, trying to show her, hey, I'm a boxer too. They had me in the magazine of boxing in the first page, so I'm gonna show the world I could box. She realized that you have to have a lot of craft in order to box. So that's what Ronda Rousey learned that night. But Khabib, I feel like he's smarter than that. I don't think he will make the same mistake. I would feel like he will fight his fight, and I'm pretty sure he's pretty motivated, because Conor done disrespected his dad, his family, his religion, his ethnicity, everything. So he gonna have to do something. He being respectful. He not letting Conor get to him, and Conor making a fool out of himself sometimes here and there. But Conor's gonna keep pushing with these press conferences that's left and the weigh-in. So like I said, if he's gonna keep his cool and fight his fight, I got Khabib to win. But I wouldn't count Conor out, even though after 2-year layoff, he's still sharp as far as his stand-up. But as far as his stamina and the way he's been drinking, I don't think if it passes 3 rounds or 2 rounds, he's gonna be able to hang in there with Khabib. I'd be shocked. And one thing for sure, even if he drops Khabib, if he's not hurt where he's already unconscious, he could do what Nate Diaz did and just lay on the ground and invite Conor to come in. Conor won't come in because he's not he don't like to go on the ground against UFC fighters, because he don't know how to wrestle. His ground game is, He could wrestle a little bit. He got some type of ground game, but it's not all that. It's just to defend himself, and he's just good at defending against takedowns and all that. But we'll see. You know, as Khabib better watch out when he actually trying to take Conor, not get caught with a knee or uppercut and that sort, you know. But Khabib knows how to take you down, and if Conor try to kick, he probably will catch the kick and take Conor down. So both fighters gotta watch out. It's like the yin and the yang. Like, they're good outweigh their bad in different areas, you know. So like I said, whoever fights their fight gonna win. I believe it's Khabib. We'll see. If Conor could come back after 2 years and beat Khabib in the UFC, shit, that's a hell of an accomplishment. But like I said, everything on the line. Whoever loses gonna look bad, especially Conor, after talking all that shit. So if you're trying to get smarter by the minute, subscribe below. If you're trying to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these casual ass fans. And peace.